Don't miss on U24.
Now, to be honest with you, we are currently living in the best time to ever get rich online. And well, I assume that's why you're watching this video. Now, to some of you who may not know who I am, well, I'm Daniel Ashweze, a 24-year millionaire day trader, and I've been trading close to 5 years. I have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars entirely through trading. And more to that, I've been able to teach thousands of students to make money trading. Now, my purpose of doing this video is to teach you on how to start trading
being part of this beautiful show once again. And this is what we do every single morning on a Saturday. We bring you people that talk about what you want to hear. Well, this morning I'm very delighted to be with Major EMMANUEL KUTEESA. He's in charge of all those ghetto youth that you hear. What happens in the ghettos? What do they do in the ghettos? Are these ghettos disciplined? Of course, we do have scenarios where people are beaten every single day, and of course, and then they claim that these are the ghetto kids that have been beating people. Or what if there's a Chifesi? So all that he's going to be explaining to us, and of course, he'll be telling us his title. More on that. Allow me to invite him or to say hi to you, and then of course we'll kickstart off this show this very morning. Major, is that the right pronunciation?
Yeah, it is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm delighted to have you. I'm humbled to have you this morning.
Thank you.
Someone watching would love to know your title.
Good morning, viewers. I'm called Major EMMANUEL KUTEESA. I work with State House. And at the same time, I was working with General Christopher Damwira on the issues concerning the youth in the city, probably even the ghetto youth. Yes, sure.
Major, today we're talking about elections, with the security that as we're approaching the elections 2025, and also to the children, to the ghettos out there that you've been working with. I would love to start off with asking that recently we had I think LC1 chairpersons that were being voted in NRM, and we saw there was a lot of scuffle here and there, and basically people are saying that these were children that were gotten from those downer places to come up here and disorganize. How true is that?
Thank you very much, Kahunde. I want to first congratulate the new elected NRM chairpersons up to the sub-county now, where the stage is. I was following the events, and it was moving smoothly, mostly in the town and the whole country. And I'm very happy that even those the ghetto youth have participated. The number of them in the city have become the chairperson of the NRM.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Yes,
that is the biggest number. In fact, I was so happy to see that now they have involved themselves to put a stand and a step in areas where they're interested to be, that even have a peaceful to be elected in such a kind of positions. On the issue of the ghetto youth being used in political areas, yes, it is the fact, it is true, that these boys were used most of the time and again. But it is high time now people should know that those boys are not going to be used anymore. Because, first of all, I want to thank His Excellency the President for putting that project for them. Me and Brigadier Christopher Damwira to go to ghettos, it was initiative and a project for the President. And there was guidelines to follow, and which we are still following. So one of the guidelines was like, we should remove politics in the ghettos.
True.
We focus on how to get out of them from the poverty, which was taking place. And we could not organize them without leadership structures. So we started with leadership structures. That's what you see they here, ghetto structure. So we allowed them to conduct the elections internally, to have their leaders elected, not by choosing, elected. So those leaders, they are the ones now leading them, and it is there for some time, and then they will elect another leadership. So after putting the leadership, so those structures, it is the structures which helped us to make sure that we know what is taking place, that we know what is disorganizing the ghettos, that we know who is going to do what, and at the same time, that which projects can work
For the children.
for the children in the ghettos. What numbers are we planning to, do we have? What numbers can government plan for? So all those were on the project for the president. And he organized, then after, had to organize for them the circles. You had the circles of the ghettos.
Yes.
You saw the president launching them. It was very, very good program. Up to now, as we talk now, the circles are still standing. You can go there and visit them. You can see, and you can go and see what they have done. Not all the ghettos can be
Brought up.
at the same time can be helped and get out of poverty. No. It is like us. You see why the president is still moving with PDM,
Yes.
knocking door to door. It is because we cannot push ourselves. That is what is happening to ghettos. We cannot move them of poverty at the same time. So they have three categories in the ghettos. There are those who want to work, which want money to start. There are those who want to be employed and paid daily. And then there is another group which doesn't want anything.
They just want to be there.
They want to be there. They will come for you, take your phone, sell it. So we are trying to take away that group in a good way.
To make them better.
To make them better.
Well, Major, I would ask a question. When you went to the ghettos, how were you welcomed? Because they say when you go down there, those kids are very dangerous. Of course, some of them, use lots of drugs. How were you welcomed in their presence? They didn't get scared, some of them didn't scatter, or were they expecting you?
I wonder, you see, ghetto people are like other people. Ghetto youth are the same like the youth. It was not easy. It was not easy for the first time because it took us something like 2 months. Education. Because first of all, they could not reach the security. So we had that challenge of going to educate. First sensitize, talk to them, the message, what the president wants, why we are there to see them. We went there the last 4 years, after everybody has used them and dumped them. So they had no hope. We had to organize them to make sure that they are in position to see that there is a president who cares for them, to show them that there is a president who knows that they are there, to show them that they have life to live, to show them that they matter, they are Ugandans, to give them hope that they should even be in this country like others. That's the message we went with. That's what we tried to sensitize about it. The whole entire Kampala Metropolitan was very big.
Yes.
We moved in Kampala Metropolitan for almost like a month and a half, engaging them,
Talking to them.
talking to them, at the same time creating leadership. That's how we started. And they become our friends. They are like us. There is nothing happens in this city when we don't know. We found the ghettos, it was
a mess, could we say that?
That one is automatically, it was a mess. 2, we found that it was a weapon which was ready to be used by anybody.
Yes.
They were just ready on the peanut of 2000. But now they're in position to stand, in the position of leadership. I'm so happy about them.
Major, let's talk about these children, their way of living, their way of behavior. And we have seen so much that these are the kids that they use in rigging elections, and some of them are in prison. Do you ever get time to go and check on them? And when it comes to the election, is it true that these ghettos are the ones that are used in bringing up chaos, let's say burning of the tires in the middle of the city, disorganizing security, fighting, beating people? What do you have to say about that, since you are dealing with them?
Yes, only you see how it was. It's not the way it is now. First, that's what
it was before.
It was before. And I cannot say that all people are now saved. But I want to assure that the bad ones will be punished by the law, like the way us. But what we have stopped is to go and pick randomly in the ghettos. You just take everybody. What we have tried to achieve is to make sure that when you need anything, you can get it in the right way. 2, that you cannot use them anymore in terms of burning the tires, in terms of killing people, in terms of training them to come and kill you in the house. Because these boys were used by us, that I could come and hire them and go and kill someone. That I can go as a politician and get them. You are hearing people saying a gari. Do you know what it means?
No, actually, I have not interacted so much with those ghetto children. Actually, I fear them. That's a whole process.
In fact, when that slogan is not coming from the ghetto, that slogan is coming from the politician.
So
it is politician which builds unemployed youth in the ghetto to do something wrong to their own country.
Major, are you saying that the politicians are the ones using this youth to disorganize?
I repeat my statement. I can even repeat several times.
How sure are you that they are politicians?
How sure I am? Because I know. If you can stand in front of the camera,
yes,
as a politician, and you mention the word that Muzimbe Gari, so as a person, I know what it means, and I know the message you are delivering. And I can explain you, a gari means that you get unemployed youth, mobilize them to come and follow you and cause havoc
to the innocent
people. That is what it means. Then the question is, why? Are you valuing the people you are going to create? Do you care about them? Are they Ugandans? The Ugandans they are going to hurt, do you care about them? Which politician, which type of a leader are you? Which people are you going to lead? So you see, sometimes we want to be leaders, but we don't know how to become one. we must know that to be a leader, it takes a lot of things to consider.
You just don't wake up one day and
You can't wake up one day and you become a leader. So interest, when you have interest, you become so selfish. You do a lot of things. This country came from far. The President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency, the President Museveni, if you are not, you read. By 1986, how many people in this country, and how many are we now?
And where are we?
And where are we?
We standing from
Yes.
way back up to now.
Yes. So why do you have to wake up in the day and say, because you want to be a leader, you want to create havoc, then people should see you?
Well, Major, I will talk about the recent nominations of the chairpersons that we had right here at the National Theatre. I saw you stepping in because they had bought, different, I would say, I was on the ground. They had brought in different ghetto youth. Some of them are these are the people that carry the rubbish. Some of them are just on the streets that I think they would literally just pick anyone and bring to them. And I saw you coming in and trying to talk to these people. And immediately you stepped on ground. Things changed. What do you have to say about that?
Thank you very much.
Were you called? Did anyone call you to tell you there's a scuffle going on here? Because immediately that you stepped on the ground, trust me, whoever was fighting, whoever was pulling ropes, it somehow, somewhere, it just stopped because everyone just turned and said, "Yeah, Major, I would see those children giving you the respect that even an adult wouldn't give you. And immediately things changed and, the elections went on. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah. It happened. The good thing, I came in to help. They called me several calls because I was not around. I was in Makerere. So several calls came in. I had to call the NRM leaders, but they said there is a lot of scuffle in the area, which was National Theatre.
Yes.
But you see, what happens and what we should know as we Ugandans, we should not fight because we want to be leaders. We should have peaceful elections. I'm not saying I'm going to stand. I'm not a politician. But I also have an opinion.
Yes, it matters because
it matters a lot.
Matters in
My
public.
opinion matters. Your opinion matters.
Yes.
Why I am saying this is, you see, when you are conducting elections, it takes a lot, and it should give a very clear picture to the people who are following you. What type of leader are you going to be? Why should we choose you? Are you creating violence, or you want to be a peaceful leader? These are the questions we should first ask. Why do you want to create a forceful or a violent leadership before you become one? If people have decided that no, we are going to do ABCD, give them time, allow them. If you are not winning, don't cause havoc, don't beat people. You see, I came and I asked the questions for the returning officer. I said, what is stopping you to conduct elections?
Because they had taken the books. You come, your name is in the book. Later, in about 5 to 3 minutes, your name is not there. So
yes, if you are there, your work is to conduct election. I want also to caution the registrars of NRM in Kampala. The registrars of NRM in Kampala. That Kampala city, or the whole entire Kampala Metropolitan, The numbers are big. We have to handle them properly. The party has many people in Kampala.
Yes.
So don't cause friction in your own people. Listen to them. Listen to everybody.
Don't listen. Don't be on one side.
Don't just bend on one side. It is going to help so much that the people will continue loving their party. Don't help so much that the people will continue loving their party. Just listen to everybody. I know you'll find others have their interests and this one have their interests, so you have to judge. I didn't do much. I talked to them. I said, so if you know all of you are right, then conduct elections. Then let us see the winner.
Because they had stopped the elections and you came in and said, no, we have to continue with the elections.
Yes.
And immediately,
what was the solution? The solution was do exercise well. People accept what happened. You conducted exercise and it was peaceful. I didn't see any chaos after. If you have 100 people and the other one have 4, why should I argue with you?
Of course, the one who has 100 people has to win.
The problem is that we try to cause the problems in our areas of work. Because when you look at the exercise, when you don't judge the situation how it is, you end up in chaos. If I'm appointed to be a returning officer or a register of NRM in Kampala to conduct elections at the civic center, let me, first of all, I should know the candidates. 2, I should have the voters in exercise in a register. 3, if registers are there, I read the names. Those who are not voters should get out. Police must be there to help us. That's why I call upon the security, the police, that every exercise in Kampala of elections, let the police deploy. And they should be not on one side. They should also, their work is to make sure they protect the people.
To keep law and order.
Yeah.
Well, all right. You are still watching U24. My name is Sheila Kahunde, and of course today I'm very honored and delighted to have Major Emma KUTEESA in charge of State House duties. And of course, he is also dealing with the ghetto children down there. And of course, we're talking about the elections that have recently had about these children. And of course, also we're talking about the security in the ghettos down there. Well, you can follow this conversation on X, which is at U24 TV, UG, and also follow this conversation live on U24 television. We're also there. We're also on Facebook. You can also follow us on Facebook and you get to hear this conversation. We're going to take a very short break, and of course when we come back, we'll be talking more about the security in the ghettos. How is the security? These kids, we're hearing that, they have circles. At these circles there, do they get the money? Some of them come out on televisions and complain that they never get the money because the leaders take the money. So all that Major Emma is going to be explaining to us. But do not forget to follow us and be part of this beautiful show. Let's go for a very short break. We'll be coming back with more information on that.
Don't miss on U24.
Now, to be honest with you, we are currently living in the best time to ever get rich online. And well, I assume that's why you're watching this video. Now, to some of you who may not know who I am, well, I'm Daniel Ashweze, a 24-year millionaire day trader, and I've been trading close to 5 years. I have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars entirely through trading. And more to that, I've been able to teach thousands of students to make money trading. Now, my purpose of doing this video is to teach you on how to start trading completely from scratch. I'll show you what to do straight from the beginning, and I'll also take you through the intermediate and lastly how you can actually be able to make money. And by the way, I'll also show you on how you can start with as less as $50. Now, without any further ado, let's get started with our course.
My name is Erica Murunchi and welcome to Be Inspired by Erica. So today I want to talk about personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is not just a habit, it is a way of life. By maintaining personal hygiene, you will reduce stress, improve on your focus, show respect for yourself and others around you, to the people around you. Take care of your space and your life. Keep your room tidy, wash your hands, cut your fingernails, comb your hair, brush your teeth, and many others. Take care of your space and your life. Brush your teeth, make your bed, bathe, cut your fingernails, comb your hair, and many others. Make cleanliness a habit. Personal hygiene should be a priority. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Stay blessed. Much love. Thanks for watching.
Don't miss on U24.
Entrepreneurs Hub, giving you a deep and unique insight into agribusiness, services, ICT and innovation, industrialization and so much more. Entrepreneurs Hub, growing your small, medium and large business entity. With yours truly, Sandra Kahunde.
Don't miss on U24.
Now, to be honest with you, we are currently living in the best time to ever get rich online. And well, I assume that's why you're watching this video. Now, to some of you who may not know who I am, well, I'm Daniel Ashweze, a 24-year millionaire day trader, and I've been trading close to 5 years. I have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars entirely through trading. And more to that, I've been able to teach thousands of students to make money trading. Now, my purpose of doing this video is to teach you on how to start trading completely from scratch. I'll show you what to do straight from the beginning, and I'll also take you through the intermediate and lastly how you can actually be able to make money. And by the way, I'll also show you on how you can start with as less as $50. Now, without any further ado, let's get started with our course.
A musical break. Of course, we do take some breaks to take some water and also take some tea. But this morning, I am still very honored and delighted to have Major EMMANUEL KUTEESA, of course, in charge of special duties at a State House. And of course, we're talking about the ghetto children, the security, and also 2026 upcoming elections. What should we expect? How is the security? Well, Major, before we took a short break, we're talking about what happened at National Theatre, and you explained. I'll pose a question to you. In the elections of Kawempe that we had, the children that we see that were used the most were the ghetto children. Didn't you come in to intervene in this situation? Because it seems like these children listen to you more than anyone, even more than their leaders. We've seen the journalists were beaten. These kids took phones. It was a lot of scuffle in Kawempe's elections. What do you have to say about that?
Thank you very much. You see, I'm sorry, I will keep talking about the
leaders,
the politicians,
yes,
and vis-a-vis the leaders. Yes, now these boys and girls, they listen to me, not in a bad way,
but in a good cause.
In a good way and in a good cause. What I want to emphasize is one thing, that let politics get out of the ghettos if we want to have peace. Let politicians go to the ghettos when they are looking for votes, like the way they can come to you.
They can come on your door and knock.
Now, if you want to go to the ghettos to get those boys and girls to disorganize the polling stations, then you are committing a crime. If you are a certain political party and you're organizing boys and girls to go and beat the opponents of a certain political party, then you're committing a crime. Why am I saying that one? I'm saying this because I don't want to see things which happened in Kawempe to repeat it again. I want also to caution the politicians, please, ghettos are like other areas. Go and campaign, but don't go to look for people to work for you. Don't look for the problems, as you have said. Why should you go there to go and pick those boys to go and fight for you? It is an area where you can go campaign like other areas.
And campaign peacefully.
And campaign peacefully. What we did in ghettos was to create the ghettos to be areas like other areas. That please, you are free to access at the right time. But we should not find you there when you are organizing people to go and commit a crime. Where are you taking them? To commit a crime to where? To who?
To the other people that are
Other
there.
people are there. Now, you are doing a very wrong things to innocent people. You can imagine, you're asking me about the question of Kawempe, you can imagine people were
brutally beaten.
From Nansana, you bring them to Kawempe.
To come and vote.
To come and vote. To come and beat people. And you are claiming to be
a leader.
A leader. I have issues now with politicians, most of them. They don't talk well on me, but I don't care.
You are there to keep law and order.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Why? One, you know that I know.
And you know what you're capable of doing.
You know that whatever you're trying to do, it is no longer going to be possible. What you need to do is to make sure that let us follow the procedure. Look at these boys and girls as Ugandans that you ask them a vote to vote for you, not to use them. It is now an organized community. Yes, not all of them can be organized.
Yes.
But we are not going to allow criminality in Kampala Metropolitan to happen.
Like how it used to be
before. It had to happen.
At the bypass, you would not pass past midnight.
Where do you think such activities went?
Talk about it. We actually, a person out there doesn't know where these children went because of, let's say, a lot of securities on the bypass. But the stones, our cars are now safe.
100% now. You see, Sheila, you drive your car here when the window is down.
Yes.
These boys are there. You no longer now, they no longer take your side mirrors when you are driving on the street. Do you think we are failed from Kampala? They went to another city?
Perhaps maybe they're in Fort Portal where I
come from. They are around. Yes, many things are not yet done. But there are things which are done, which are seen, which we need all people of Uganda, that you can put a contribution, support the cause of the president.
Let's talk about these circles that you started in the ghettos. We've had some children come up to say that they never get this money. Some of them have small groups of like about 10 to 15 people, but this money never reaches them. Where does this money go? Because at the end of the day, it's allocated to these different ghetto areas.
Thank you very much. And I want to emphasize on this one. You see, the circles are there. The money is there. But now, what you should know, I can explain a little bit on the circles.
Please, go ahead.
The circles the president gave 100 million in each circle. Every division, you know the division. Kampala Central has, Kampala City has 5 divisions.
Yes.
But for the sake of the big number of population, Makinde, we divided those circles per constituency. That is Makinde West, Makinde East. Rubaga was given 1 because Kawempe North, Kawempe South.
Yes.
Then we added Nansana, Mukono, Kasokoso.
That they say that's the worst area.
Yes,
Kasokos.
you see, we are now talking about the numbers. Now, a circle is registered. A circle is registered by law. The numbers of ghetto youth are many. And remember, in the beginning, I told you that there are 3 categories in ghettos, which even, you see, basing on what His Excellency guided, the project still stands. The scope is still running. We are now doing evaluation. When you are doing evaluation on what you have done, you see what you haven't done. So the first of all, is that money enough to these boys and girls? No.
Why?
I'm coming to that one. Is it working? Yes, it is working. Is the procedure, because you see, these boys and girls are used of, give me money, I eat.
Yes.
And tomorrow, I come back. Now, here we create, the president says, no, we have to create a circle where a circle can teach these boys and girls how to work. Put that instincts of you can work, you can borrow money, work,
Bring it back.
bring it back,
Yes.
and another one uses it. You get it? Now, here they say, the number says that is good. Another one says, we don't like that one.
For us, we want to take and not to bring back.
Yes, we want to take and eat. There is take and not bringing back.
But
then
take
there
and
is
eat.
take and eat. There are 2 things. So it is up to us to teach them, no, you see, you can work. You cannot keep eating. It is our mandate. It is our duty to keep sensitizing them that up to now, we are using their leaders. You will see how Afande Damuri is moving. I'm moving with him.
Yes.
We have meetings in their ghettos, talking to them. See, now, we are reaching at the stage now saying that those who have business, the president is like, okay, look at this small business they have. Apart from the circle money, can we add on some money such that their business can grow? Not only that one, at the same time, those who are in ghettos, those who can use borders, can they be in the project of microfinance, giving them borders on loan? Because we want them to own the money they get, to use it and get what they need. But when you give them money for free, you cannot sustain that one. You are going to create a group of gangs which you are going to keep feeding. When will you stop? There is time now in this country where you will sleep, you find people have already left. There is competition.
Yes, true. A lot of it to the youth out
Yes, there is competition in the youth. We want these youth in ghettos to be like other youth, compete with the world, get out of. There is a lot of programs of the government in place, but they have never participated in it. Why? Because they don't look at it.
Or because their leaders don't take them to where these projects are supposed to be.
Because even their leaders don't show them. Because they are leaving them behind. to wait for them to come and be used on the same time. They want people to stay back to be used at any given time. And the president says, no, we cannot allow that one. This is our country. These boys must be uplifted.
Major, when you go down there to those youth and you see what they have done, are you impressed with what they have done? Have some of them gotten this PDM money?
Thank you. First of all, I was interacting with the youth, elite youth. And I have now a chance to interact with the Ghetto youth.
Yes.
I can compare the both. I can show you why we have to make sure that we have to marry both. You see, Sheila, the situation which is in our country, we have a young generation which is at the highest peak. It is an opportunity for us. It is an opportunity for our country. We still have a very good leader. It is us, the youth, which should be very much of interest to stay with the President Museveni. We still want him to give us what we did not get. You see, the old generation, they have acquired, they have seen, they have enjoyed. But for us, we are now at the brink of, we want him also to give us what we didn't see. It is only him who can say, I will guide you the good direction. So, me now, I urge the youth to focus and die for the president to make sure that at least he can give us a very good direction.
As we do conclude this program today, this talk show, we have the upcoming elections, 2025 to 2026. And of course, we're seeing some of them have already started, you know, the NRM books and other people are campaigning. How ready are the youth in these elections? And per security, how ready are we?
Thank you very much, Shira. My point on elections which are coming, I think the country is ready for election because we conduct elections after 5 years. And I think now, I call upon the youth, the whole entire youth of Uganda. And I urge them that please, it is now their time
to come and participate.
To come and participate fully. To make sure that their elections is peaceful. Peaceful elections must take place. And they should also make sure to desist from any violence which will be pushed to be in. And I call upon all the youth again. Let us make a unique thing that this election should be election where we cannot see, where we cannot allow anybody to use us for violence. Because when you look at the trend in politics, it is
the young people
who are being used. Because of these small things. But what I understand now, that we have got enough education. We are seeing our country where it is going. And we have a hope that this country, which the president has created it for us, it is favoring us. Now, it is high time that we should jealously protect it, embrace. We make sure that everything must be protected, support the security, to eliminate the bad,
To bring the good.
To bring the good.
Major, when you look into our cameras today, and what message would you give to the ghettos that are down there? Your last remarks to the ghetto children that are still stuck in there, that are still, snatching phones, are still using drugs, which is a very major problem to the young people out there. What would be your last remarks as we are closing this show today?
My last remarks, or my message to the ghetto youth, I know you know that we have now a hope. I have seen what you have done. You are now participating in politics freely. I know that you have a hope that things are changing. I call upon to you, all of you, that protect your country. Don't allow any violence. Remove the criminality from your areas. Don't allow people to use us. It is a period which is coming. We are going for elections. Politicians are going to come. They are going to offer everything. But remember that life, it is for you. They will use you, dump you, and forget about you. But this country will remain, and this country belongs to us. So, what should we do? Let us embrace the project of the president which has given us, getting out of poverty, and we make sure that we achieve and we have life even after elections.
To the politicians as well.
To the politicians, my brothers and my sisters, politicians who are coming to stand, I call upon you that it is high time to know that the ghettos are no longer now a market for shopping. Stay away from the ghettos. Stay away from the ghetto youth and make sure look at them like Ugandans. Ask for them votes, but don't use them. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Major Emmanuel KUTEESA, for sparing your busy time and coming to be part of us here. And we talk about the upcoming elections involving the youth out there. And thank you for what you've done for the youth. A recent one, the shock was at National Theatre when you arrived, and they all respected you, and they kept quiet and they said, this is our person. So thank you for the good work you're doing, and I hope you still continue to sensitize them and also bring the bad ones to the good ones, so that they can be better futures and better leaders of this country. Well, thank you so much for being part of this beautiful show. We've been talking about the security in the upcoming elections, and also talking about the youth, how they have been used in the elections. But the Major has told you that we have better youth out there, and he's calling upon all the political leaders, please don't use this youth, because at the end of the day, it is their life that will be a danger, not to you, but to the people surrounding you. Thank you so much for being part of this. We'll do again this next time on Saturday, same time from 9 to 10. Have a blessed day, and may God give you whatever you ask for. Remember to go to church, since tomorrow is a Sunday. Have a good one.